All right, let's dive in. We're tackling A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors today. We're going deep on this one. This isn't just, your run-of-the-mill slasher.
No, not at all.
This one really digs into dreams and, well, there's a lot of teen angst in there, too. Typical 80s stuff.
Oh, yeah, totally. And it's interesting how, even though this came out way back in 87.
Right, exactly. It still kind of holds up, I mean, you got troubled teens, a spooky psychiatric hospital.
Oh, yeah. Westin Hills.
And Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
He's like at his peak, all those quips and one-liners.
Oh, he's on fire in this one. And we can't forget Nancy. She's back.
Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy Thompson from the first movie. She's back in Elm Street. But this time, she's not running away.
No, she's ready to fight this time.
She's ready to fight, yeah.
And that's what's so great about her character, I think. She's the link between the adults who are like, nah, this isn't real.
Skeptics.
And the teenagers who are, well, living this nightmare. Oh, for sure. They're dealing with Freddy Krueger. I mean, talk about terror. I mean, Kristen Parker.
Oh, Kristen.
Yeah, the Dream Master.
Yeah.
She's the one who kind of pulls everyone into this mess, into her nightmares. That first scene with her building that little model house.
Yeah. 1428 Elm Street. So creepy.
It's like foreshadowing. Right. It's like she's already trapped, even before Freddy shows up.
Absolutely. And that red tricycle, it keeps popping up, right?
Oh, yeah. The tricycle.
So much symbolism there, lost innocence, childhood trauma, like a big theme in the movie.
Yeah, and they all have their issues, these teenagers. And Freddy, he knows how to use that against them. Their past, I mean.
Oh, he's a master manipulator.
He really is. And speaking of being trapped, I mean, Westin Hills, that psychiatric hospital, that whole setting.
It adds so much to the atmosphere.
Like another layer of confinement.
Yeah.
Like they're stuck in there, and the doctors, they're not believing them.
Right. It's all group delusion, they say.
Yeah. And then you have Dr. Gordon, who's kind of grappling with this whole ethical dilemma. Like, should he use Hypnosil, that drug that could either help them control their dreams or...
It'll make things worse.
Yeah. It's like, which way do you go?
It's a tough call. And it really shows that clash between, like, the adult world, all logical and stuff.
Yeah, reason and science.
And the dream world, which is, well, chaotic, unpredictable.
For sure. And that's where the Dream Warriors come in. They learn how to use their dreams, their powers. And each power is connected to their fears or their talents.
It's pretty awesome, actually.
I know. Like, Freddy tries to destroy them, but he accidentally gives them the tools to fight back.
Yeah, like Philip with his puppets.
Oh, yeah, Philip.
Yeah.
And Taryn, she's got that rebellious energy, and it turns into, like, super strength.
So cool. And Will.
Will, yeah. He's in a wheelchair in the real world, but in the dream world.
He can walk. He can even run. It's like a metaphor, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's about overcoming challenges, finding strength in the places you least expect it.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
It is. But let's not forget the visuals. Chuck Russell, the director, and Wes Craven, who, created Nightmare in the first place.
Oh, the master of horror.
They really made the dreams feel so real, so surreal.
Yeah. And the special effects, they were cutting edge back then.
Still hold up today in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah. Like that scene where Jennifer's head gets shoved through the TV.
Oof, yes.
Still creepy. They blended the practical effects with some really smart camera work. It's gruesome, but also, imaginative.
It's Freddy's world, right? So it's got to be a bit twisted.
Exactly. And then you get to Freddy's backstory with the nun, Sister Mary Helena.
Oh, yeah. She's a mystery wrapped in an enigma.
And she brings a whole new dimension to Freddy. We learn about his origins, why he's so messed up.
Yeah, it's heavy stuff, like the cycle of violence, abuse, how trauma gets passed down.
And get this, Freddy's mother, she was assaulted at the same hospital where these teens are being treated. Creepy, right?
Oh, yeah, talk about chills. It's like the place itself is connected to Freddy's evil.
It's like it's in the walls,
Yeah, like a stain you can't wash out.
Like you can't escape it. It makes you think about the history of places, What happened there?
Oh, for sure. Like what's lurking beneath the surface. But let's go back to the Dream Warriors for a minute. What I think sets this movie apart from, other horror sequels is that the characters, they actually have depth. They're not just victims.
Yeah. They fight back. They use what they've got.
Yeah. They weaponize their vulnerabilities, like Will.
Oh, Will.
Played by...
England.
Yeah, Robert Englund, of course.
The man himself.
I mean, he's paralyzed in real life, right?
Yeah.
In a wheelchair.
Yeah.
But in the dream world...
He's a wizard. He's walking around, casting spells.
He got all his power.
It's amazing,
It really is. Like, overcoming adversity, finding strength.
Totally. And even the characters who, well, don't make it.
Yeah, the ones who get,
Yeah, you know.
like Philip with his puppet strings.
Oh, poor Philip.
And Taryn. She falls back into her addiction.
Yeah. It's sad, but it kind of makes sense, you know?
It shows how dangerous it can be to, like, bury your fears.
Yeah, like you've got to face them head on.
Exactly. And those deaths, they raise the stakes,
Hey,
right?
yeah, for the others. They got to step up their game.
And it works because we care about these characters.
They do. They're not just, you know, nameless faces.
No, they're real people.
Yeah.
And the acting is great, too. I mean, Heather Langenkamp coming back as Nancy.
Oh, she's so good.
It adds so much weight to the movie. She's not just the final girl anymore.
No, she's like a mentor.
Yeah, guiding those kids. She gets what they're going through.
And of course, we can't forget Robert Englund.
As Freddy,
I mean, he's iconic.
there's only one Freddy Krueger.
He's terrifying, but also kind of funny, you know?
Yeah, he's got those one-liners.
He knows how to play it.
He really does.
Oh.
Okay, so the movie's building to this climax, right?
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Nancy and Neil, Dr. Gordon's love interest.
Ah, yes, Neil.
They're looking for Freddy's remains.
To destroy him.
Yeah. And at the same time, the Dream Warriors, they're facing off against Freddy in the dream world.
Talk about a two-pronged attack.
It's a race against time. You really feel that tension.
Oh, yeah. You're like, come on. You got to find those bones.
And then the final battle. It's wild. So many special effects, emotions running high, and then...
The sacrifice.
Yeah, Nancy. She uses herself as bait.
Yeah.
So Kristen can finish Freddy off.
So powerful.
It's heartbreaking, but also kind of heroic, you know?
It's a turning point in the whole series, like the end of an era.
The other torch is passed.
But then there's that ending. That shot of the model house and the lights flickering inside.
Ooh, yeah.
Chills.
Like, he's not really gone, is he?
It's Freddy. You can never really kill him.
And that's what's so brilliant about it. It leaves you guessing. It's scarier that way.
It's true. Like, that fear just sticks with you.
It gets under your skin. But what really makes this movie, you know, more than just a slasher, is that it goes deeper.
Oh, yeah. It makes you think. It's about those primal fears, you know? Losing control. The monsters in our heads.
And sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones, well...
The ones we make.
Yeah. Or the ones we let, you know, get away with stuff. Like the adults in the movie.
Oh, yeah, the adults. They don't believe the kids, right?
Nope. About Freddy, they're like, you're making it up.
And that happens in real life, too. People don't believe victims, especially, well, young people.
It's like they're already dealing with so much.
Exactly. And then nobody believes them.
And that's what the movie's saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, we need to listen. We need to believe survivors.
Absolutely. And that's, well, kind of where the Dream Warriors come in.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
show that strength, you know, that you can find in each other.
It's about community, having each other's backs.
Exactly. Even when things are bad, you're not alone. There's always hope.
You just got to find that spark, you know, that strength to fight back.
And face your fears,
Ugh.
which is easier said than done, right?
Oh, for sure. But that's what Dream Warriors is all about, I think. That even in nightmares, there's light.
There's a way out.
And you can find the strength to overcome anything.
It's a message that goes beyond just horror.
Mhm.
You know, anyone who's ever felt lost, scared,
Oof, oh, we've all been there.
this movie speaks to that.
So, all right, on a scale of 1 to 5, where do you land on this one?
Ooh, that's tough. For me, it's a 4.5.
Wow.
Yeah. Great characters, those special effects. The story keeps you hooked. And that message, it stays with you.
I'm with you on that. It's a classic. Any horror fan should see this one.
Absolutely. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors.
Hope you enjoyed it. It got kind of dark there for a bit.
Yeah, Freddy will do that to you.
But hey, thanks for exploring Elm Street with us.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back with another deep dive soon.
Until then, sweet dreams.